Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, and welcome to this pre-market session. And each morning we watch these volume spike columns, this one and this one, for when we see a volume spike. We also watch this one as well when we see one taking off. Like so, we want to click on the stock and check the current bar volume right here. We want to make sure there's enough volume to get in and get out safely. This is not the safe volume here. We want to see ants on candy here. We want to see the buyers and sellers really attacking this stock, and this is not present on this stock. And I couldn't find one to match anything this morning for what I'm introducing to you. But anyhow, once we confirm that there's enough volume here, high volume flow, we want to make sure that these green bars are breaking above this average volume line, which is yellow. And we want to see this indicator, like back here, pushing up through and turning green and climbing above this center line here. So if we have spike here, volume flow is nice. We have green bars breaking above the average volume line here, and this indicator is green and pointing north. That's when you want to make your decision to get in or get out safely. And if you are a beginning trader, I highly suggest you trade on paper. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results. If you are profitable on paper, then move to real money, but trade small share size, 1 to 10 shares. If you are profitable with real money, then the only thing you need to do to increase your profits is increase your share size. Also, I am not a financial advisor. I build indicators. I teach you how to use these indicators, and from the result of learning these indicators, you get a good grip on how to trade. So make sure you reach out to the proper authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators to make a profit or to even try to trade. Also, make sure that your active trader TIF is on EXT for extended hours. That way you don't miss a trade. And I haven't seen much moving this morning. Unfortunately, it may be a little bit slow. But we will keep waiting and see. Let something come to us. We don't go searching for stocks. If something is going to move, it should pop up in these columns. I know we have FOMC reporting later today, whether the rates go up or down or stay the same. And I'm sure there's a few other reports coming out as well. I see EVTV popping up right here. It's a cheaper stock. It's under $1.97 so far. You can see these bars breaking above the average volume line, which is yellow. Let's see where this stock goes this morning. Let's see if the buyers come in. All right, now I'm seeing a red bar. These are profit takers or sellers. The My Blessing indicator is pointing south. Some buyers are now coming in. This green bar is breaking above the yellow average volume line. It's not a real strong run. We do have volume flow. Bunch of sellers right here in this current bar. These are buyers and sellers are red. You can see those sellers are trying to keep it down. Let's see if it'll go up a little bit. The buyers need to overcome the sellers. A few more buyers coming in. And some sellers taking profit. Discord, you guys want me to change channels and see if that helps? I know some of you don't have video this morning. All right, let's transfer over to channel 1. YouTube, give me a little patience here. All right, let's see if that helps out the Discord side. Hopefully everybody's got video. Still nothing happening on EVTV. Bunch of sellers on board. Not seeing any volume spikes. We have spikes up here, but this number needs to be really moving, and it's not moving. So we wait. That's all we do is wait. Enjoy your coffee while it's warm. Hopefully it'll get cold later because we're too busy trading. So be patient. I know it's been a rough week with this DeepSeek thing going out and around and trying to take advantage of all of the other AI companies. I assure you it probably won't last long. We did have a nice recovery on NVIDIA yesterday, about 8%. There's always something to drag it down, but we always recover. Just remember that. It's been a pretty tough week so far, but we can't have every week in our favor. This is the stock market. It determines direction, not us. We just happen to be in a slump week. We will pull out of it, I assure you. Stuart, the best indicators to use on futures would be a tick chart and moving averages. Futures move so slow, it's very hard for an indicator to make any accurate prediction. Yeah, my trucks are fine. Those guys won't come back in the neighborhood again. They know that we are aware of it now, so they're not going to show back up here. They could even live right down the road. You never know. I'm already on you, car. Currently at 5:45, we're seeing some green bars break above the average yellow volume line. That's buyers coming in, but it does have some sellers sitting here. They are keeping the price down. Big red seller bar. We're also developing some wicks on the top of these candles. These are sellers driving the price back down. The buyers are trying to overcome the sellers. Look like they're having trouble doing so. The My Blessing is now turning south. This is a trend indicator. This one being the trend. This one being the moving average. This moving average moves a lot faster than a normal moving average. And I've incorporated buyers and sellers into this one. More buyers coming in. Buyers are pushing hard here, trying to get the breakthrough. Let's see if it happens. It does not. The sellers come right back and drive it back down. A lot of resistance on this stock. Going to be hard for it to go up. All right, slow morning, no volume spikes listing here. Peanuts, I have no idea of your expertise in coding. I don't know what you know, so suggesting something to you would be impossible. Coding is not something you just do. It takes many years to learn it. EVTV, looking at this one again, it doesn't look like it's going very fast. The volume is ticking, but it's slow. SLXN, few buyers coming in. First long green dominator bar of buyers. Let's see if it will continue to push. Looking at the volume, it's okay. It's kind of low. Some sellers taking profit here. A lot of sellers taking profit. Let's see if the buyers can overcome it. We need this green bar to break that yellow line and overpower the sellers. Good morning, Charlie. All right, nothing currently worth buying at the moment. Nothing really spiking and being driven up. Today is a day to just trust the indicators, trust the volume spikes, monitor them closely. They may be deceiving. Market's still in a little bit of panic after the big sell-off. I'm sure they'll be quick to take profits as things are running up. Hopefully we'll make a few dollars this morning. Make sure that you check volume on these stocks. We need these numbers to be constantly flowing. This is a very low volume stock. It is rising. I can see why you posted it, but there's not enough activity here to get in and get out safely. Pushing up a little higher, SLXN. Not paying very much money, but it's paying something. Watching these dominator bars, these are buyers coming in. My blessings in the correct direction. Let's see if another green bar comes in to keep pushing. Here come the buyers. Pushing a little higher now for a couple of pennies. Pushing right on up. I'm not buying this one. It's too cheap for me, but that'll be on you guys. Nice push. Going up a little higher now. $93.93. $1.94. We're watching here. We're not watching these candles rise or the money. We're watching to see if the sellers come in. That's when we want to consider getting out or taking profit or selling some and holding on to some. I wouldn't hold on to anything with these cheaper stocks. Here come the profit takers driving it back down. Always try to get out at the top of these candles. When they spike up, you should be starting to sell. That means there's buyers to buy up what you're trying to sell. Another green dominator bar for the push higher, $1.96. Getting weak up here. We're running out of buyers. Probably going to see some red coming in here. Volume is slowing down. Sellers are taking profit. Not very much gain on this one. Lucky to get 7 or 8 cents out of it. More buyers are trying to come in to drive it higher. Developing wicks on the top from the sellers taking profit. Buyers are still coming in to drive it a little bit more. $1.98 so far on the high. I see RGLS here spiking. I'm going to change stocks. If you're into this one, make sure it's on your own monitor. Well, it went away now. Let's see if it'll come back. So SLXN still pushing a little higher. My blessing is now rolling over south. This stock will probably turn around here in a few minutes. Buyers are still coming in to push it a little higher now. 202. Little tough one to play here, the jumping up and down, but it is profitable. $2.03 for the high. I think we started at it at about $1.85, 86. Volume is picking up now. We had 303,000. This last candle, 814. Let's see if the buyers keep pushing it. We love these green bars, especially when they break above the yellow average volume line. Profit takers. Remember I said to take profit as these things spike upwards. Strong buyer bar here, pushing up to 208 on that move. Spike up to 209. Both indicators looking good so far. It's bound to run out of steam here soon. Watching these indicators for red sellers here, or this indicator to turn south and turn red. Few profit takers. Let's see if the buyers can overcome them and keep it going. And you should be taking profits up here, right? Not just hanging on and watching it. Here's some sellers. Looks like this run may be coming to an end. So we had 975 on the previous bar, down to half of that. More buyers coming in. SLXN. I like it when they prove me wrong. The buyers control what's going on, not what I say. Green bar of buyers coming in above the yellow average volume line for a push up to 214 on the high. Well, I guess this is the little engine that could, because it's really doing it. More buyers coming in. This indicator starting to point south for weakness. Watching the buyers continually coming into this cheaper stock. We are getting weaker. You can see this My Blessing indicator starting to roll over, and it's red. Sellers taking profit here on this dominator bar. Let's see if the buyers buy up what they're selling and keep pushing. This one turned back green. High of 218 now. They're still at it. And if you're like me, didn't take a position in this stock, you probably need to go stand in the corner like I need to. But it's okay. I don't like these cheaper ones. But this one was a good one. 218 on the spike. Buyers still trying to come in. Don't chase it at this point. The minute you buy this top candle, it'll probably start coming down. It don't have to have news. It just needs buyers and sellers, and we just follow what they do. We are still climbing here. 220 now. $223 on the spike. Profit takers at the top of this bar. It's not driving the price down, though. These buyers are definitely keeping it up. There's a bigger red bar. That's probably turning around now. You can see the red bars here now starting to really show themselves. So profit taking is going on. Probably going to have a little reversal coming soon. Well, that was a surprise. I'm thinking dollar stock, nah, you don't want to buy it. And there she goes. Good job, Tam. Good job, Doc. Good job, Mr. Q. Good job, Billy. Well, I wished it would have been about a $5 or an $8 stock. That would have encouraged me to click the mouse. Good job, Zalye. I guess that's how you say your name. Forgive me if it's not. Aaron, if you go into that indicator and change that 80% down to 50, you will get rid of those yellow bars and they'll either be green or red. That way you can make a smarter decision if you want to stay in there or not. And maybe change it to 5 minutes. I find that this indicator, the Profit Slayer, works a lot better on a 5-minute chart. So if you take a look at this stock on a 5-minute chart on Profit Slayer, let's see if I can pull it up. Since we don't have anything spiking, I have time to do that. Profit Slayer, this is what it looks like on 50%, right? You have these little red candles coming in. But let's look at the 5-minute and see if it would have kept you in there longer. So we have 3 5-minute bars here. Of course, we were probably somewhere around in here when I first clicked on it. But there's no red here in this bar. It would have just, you would have probably not seen all of the noise and held on until it got up in here. I love using that indicator on the 5-minute. It's pretty powerful. And these must be the guys that said, man, I missed it. It's probably going to run again now. I'm going to buy this dip, and it probably won't work out. That's what you do, Firehawk. You find your number on these indicators. Whatever works for you, that's the number you need to stick with. Some of you might want 60% or 70%. I prefer the 50% on a 5-minute. Few FOMO buyers here. Let's see if they can get the other ones excited enough to come back in and drive it higher. This indicator's looking north again. A few more buyers coming in. We need to break this resistance level up here at $2.20. It did not happen. It was rejected. Lou, I've got so many years of trading, it probably just common knowledge. I've seen so many stocks run up, pull back. I've even bought into this before, and you don't get much out of it, and it just continues to pull back. Just experience, I guess I could say. Once we reach a high, also, I don't like buying a stock after it's hit a high. It may pull back a little bit, come back and retest that high, but then come back down. A lot of trading comes with many years of looking at charts, watching candles, watching buyers and sellers and volume profiles, and I've been through all of it. Sometimes I call out things not being aware that others don't know what I'm talking about. And as far as I know, it could be something I made up in my own head throughout the years. And you can see it didn't work out for them. That's right, Mark. Mark knows. Retesting that high of 220 again. Let's see if it gets rejected. All right, it looks like the buyers have been attracted. Let's see if we can stay above that 220 now. There's the retest. Retest passed. It's going to go a little higher probably. Let's see if the buyers come in to push. Need a tall bar here, not just a short one. We need a very tall one. We need to reach above that yellow line. A lot of sellers trying to keep it down, taking advantage of that little bump upwards. The buyers are coming in. Volume is picking up. Let's see if we exceed the last bar candle of 968,000. We did not, 933. My blessing still pointing north, showing weakness of sellers here, right above that 220. Coming back down to retest that 220, it looks like. I agree with Mario. I don't think there's going to be a rate change. I think it's going to stay. Allie, you could be right. I don't know. I'm just guessing myself. We don't know where we're headed right now. It just looks good. We see some things happening. We haven't seen any results yet, though. Back down testing that 220. A lot of red bars coming in. All right, back to silence and nothing happening. Aaron, think positive, brother. There's going to be another one. Just keep saying it. Looks like I played this one before. It already has support and resistance levels in it. This one's still holding strong. I can't tell you the last time I traded that stock, but evidently I did because there's my marks. These white arrows are entry points if you want to add to your position. So as the stock is rising, you will see these arrows appear. Not so relevant here when the stock is consolidating, but as we are running up, you will see these arrows appear to add or remove some of your stocks. You might get them on the top or the bottom, but on a good run, you will see occasionally a white arrow pop in, which is a very good time to add. You are welcome. EVTV is trying to move upwards. You can see the last candle was 174. It just flipped over. This has almost doubled the last volume. So the buyers are trying to move this stock. Let me make this a little bit taller and this one a little taller. Profit taking. No spikes. Well, I think we played the only stock that actually had a nice run, and it was a cheaper stock. At least so far this morning. Good job, Tally Ho. Allie, everything I have is custom coded. We tried converting some of them over to TradingView. It was almost impossible with some of the scripts that I write. So no, they're not in TradingView. They're not even in ThinkorSwim. I have many years of coding, 16 years total. Many years of trading since 1990. What I did was build indicators of what I was thinking in my brain as I traded through those years. What was I looking for? How was I monitoring the move? I've stuck it down in some indicators so everybody could follow along. Like nobody said I could pull, they said I could not pull buyers and sellers out of this market because I did not have access to the data. Well, I pulled it off. The way I did that is if the volume was increasing and the price was rising, I called it buyers. If the volume was rising and the price was falling, I called it sellers, and then I coded it. I used the volume and movement to determine direction. So it's not actual buyers and sellers, it appears to be. It's positive and negative volume, and I colored them green and red. So I had to think outside of the box to get that done. PACK, making a move. You notice I was aware of it. All of a sudden, I was aware of it. Got some dominator bars are green. This is volume increase with going upwards. Therefore, buyers. Calmness comes with many years of trading. You just all of a sudden just realize, okay, I'm going to buy this. I'm either going to lose or win. The whole thing is you're going to lose and you're going to win. If you can control your losses, in other words, cut them quickly and let your winners run, you always come out on top. Pushing up higher now, more buyers coming in. So the calmness comes with knowing and accepting the fact that you could lose. Good job, Doc. Profit taking. There's not a whole lot of volume in this stock. That's why I'm not talking about taking a position or you should take a position. This is really too low of volume to get into a stock. We want to see, I like to describe it as ants on candy. They're attacking it, they're tearing it apart. That's not happening here. There's a few people coming in, a few people leaving. We do have volume. It is steadily moving, but they're not really driving this stock around. Good job, Crab Key. See Baba moving around a little bit. It's a higher price stock, $99. Not a lot of volume in this one either. It's not worth jumping in. Very tough, Nikki. That's why we just sit back and wait for one to come to us. If they're not popping up here, there's no need to go searching. We miss one or two of them, but I don't think any scanner is going to catch every one of them. All right, YouTubers, your free hour is running out of here really quick. Got about 30 seconds to go. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Make YouTube buy my coffee each morning. If you're interested in joining us on Discord, there's a label at the top of the chat where you type. Click that white yellow label. It'll take you over to Discord. Join Discord and then upgrade to the premium membership. You will get my live streaming 4 hours a day. Milo jumps in there and gives his training when he's available a couple times a week. Also, you get 60 plus live scans, plus 30 plus indicators, support department, help setting up. You get it all. Come and join us, make some money. Hope you liked what you saw this morning. We try to do that each morning, but we don't make the plan, right? We wait on the plan to happen, then we execute the trade. So come help us, come join us. The more traders we have, the higher these things can be driven. Come join the party. I appreciate you guys and gals joining me this morning. Have a very blessed day. I will see everyone on Friday. And my live streaming is free 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 1 hour on YouTube. I appreciate you guys and God bless. See you Friday.